What's going on, guys? It's Jerry with another video. In this video, guys, I'm going to be going through and doing my Dino Shaddoll Sworn deck profile here on the channel. It's a very fun deck that I've got mixed with the dinosaurs, the Shaddolls, and the Light Sworns. It's a very fun deck. If you guys have watched any of the live streams, I've played this deck all the time. It's definitely a very interesting deck. In this video, we're going to be going through and doing some test hands, guys. As you're watching here on the screen, we're going to go through and we're going to play some, some random people here in ranked here in Omega, and we'll go through and see what happens. I've went through and as I've edited the video, guys, and speed things up, because if not, the video would be like around 45 minutes to probably close to an hour, going through all of the duels. I picked the best duels out of the matches that I did for you guys to kind of see instead of me just playing against, basically against one person. I figured that'd be better so you guys get an idea of how the deck works and how it can play against different decks. I figured that would be better than just me doing, one match with one person. So hopefully you guys like that. Let me know down below in the comments. If I could find my should all fusions, I just done the regular test hands like I do in the video. But I had a feeling that I just decided basically just to go ahead and do some ranked in Omega. Let me know down below in the comments, guys. When I do these test hand videos, would you guys rather me do if I have the actual cards right? Would you rather me do like the test hands like I normally do and just go through and draw the cards and play out what I would do based on nothing happening, or would you guys rather me do it on Omega, me playing against in ranked, or just using the test room duels to show how the deck works? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know what you guys would like to see more when I do deck profiles. I'm going to go through and make sure I'm uploading at least one deck profile a week here on the channel going forward, back like I used to. So I'm going to continue doing, get back in the habit of at least doing one deck profile a week here on the channel for you guys. If you have a deck profile in mind, let me know down below in the comments, guys. But it's a very fun deck to play. Uh, so this is where the point I had issues getting over. I think this is the one. Yeah, I had issues getting over him. Which the way we get over him is very insane. Also, in the previous video, I said for our Tyranno Infinity, I think the highest I ever got him was around 5 to 4K. In this video, guys, I beat that. I actually beat that in doing the test videos, which is a surprise. I wouldn't, not that I was trying to do it specifically. It just ended up happening going through the duel. Just because it was such a good, it was a really good duel back and forth that we really just were pushed that far, and the deck is very fast, as you guys can tell, as we're able to just go through already on our first turn, and we're already down low 30s here with our Dino deck already. So we're going to go ahead and bring out our Armadon, so we can go ahead and use his effect. Destroy him, it's perfect, so we pull pill, and then we can pull the other pill. Very good way to thin out the deck and go ahead and get both of them in our hand very easily. Not that we need both of them, but hey, it just go ahead and makes it easier if we need to use them, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely can get it considered on getting subscribed, guys. I do videos like this here on the channel. Mostly my channel is focused on really just helping everyone get better at the game, and really focused on helping new players or returning players. So, is there anything that I can do to help you guys that are new or returning players? Let me know down below in the comments, guys. I've got a few other videos and also how to play Yu-Gi-Oh series. I'll link the series in the upper right in the YouTube cards just in case you guys haven't had a chance to watch that series, if you're new or a returning player, because that'll definitely help you out. But you guys can see very quickly we're very easily able to swarm the board. I forgot when I was doing this duel live, I was kind of I can't remember. I think I was distracted or something like that. I forgot he had played it with IP. Long story short, so I forgot about that. The Minerva I crashed on purpose just to thin out cards from the deck to try and help us draw even more cards. So that's the only reason that I clashed with that. So not bad, guys. We weren't able to overpowered it, unfortunately, but you can see the board that we built very quickly. We'll recover very nicely next turn. As you can see, we've got 6 cards at our hands. We've got, we're still good to go. They've got 4 cards. I'm going to go ahead and use my Tyranno's effect here to stop him from continuing to combo. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll also allow us to combo instead. So this is where we kind of flip the tables on him. I don't think he expected this. We're going to go ahead and use his effect, and now he's going to remove everything from play, and then I'm going to add Mist to our hand, and bam. We're fine with that, right? Because we have way more cards than him, so it just made sense. We didn't have any way to get around that at the moment, attack-wise, and then him playing it with IP, we couldn't destroy it. So we didn't really have anything really easily. It would have took longer probably for us to get around it, and I didn't feel like waiting another turn, another turn or two to get around his card. I figured I'd just go ahead and go for game, just because we had the hand advantage, as you can clearly see. So I just went and took that into account. All right, so here we're gonna go play our Lord of Darkness. We're gonna go field spell. He's gonna get rid of the trap to destroy our Lost World. That's perfectly fine. We just did that to get rid of. We didn't really, we didn't really have to do that anyway. We're gonna go ahead and play Miss just to play Miss. Then we're gonna go ahead and remove our 4 dinos from play. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and bring him out, guys. And I think this is the part where I get him up to he's like 8K. So that's the highest I've got him to now, guys, is 8,000. I'll go ahead and bring back Rex so he drops down to 7K, which is perfectly fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and go Lumina because there's a perfect combo here to get rid of him. Go Lumina, get rid of Raiden, bring back Raiden. We're going to mill the 2 cards. I didn't have to mill the 2 cards. I just did it just to see if we would hit like a wolf or anything else just as an extra card. We didn't necessarily need it. So then we'll go into Michael. We can use Michael's effect to pay 1,000 to get rid of his monster. And bam, that's essentially game. He go ahead and forfeits because he knew it was obviously we're going to OTK him. We had so much. All right, so we're going to go into the next game, guys. All right, so this one here, I went ahead and kind of cut basically kind of departed their board because it took a while from going through his combo, and I didn't want to waste extra time on the just for you guys to see his board that he was going through. So, all right, so he's going through, and he's still doing his combos. This was another really good one too. It's another really quick one as well. I kept getting this dude in ranked, uh, like back to back. So I only did the one duel. I thought about doing another one than this one, but to me this was my favorite duel with me and him back and forth because I got him back to back and ranked. And Omega. I'm not sure how that happened, but I literally got him back to back. We played. I won I won both duels, and then I went to go again to try and get someone else, and I got and I got him again. All right, guys. So it's gonna go to us. We're gonna go activate our soul of. We're gonna go and go probably miss first. All right, so go soul recharge. All right, now we can go and do our Shaddoll fusion. And I love using Shaddoll Fusion in this deck, guys, because it allows me to, right, I can send Wolf, and I can send one of the Shaddolls, so we can get the Shaddolls effect, and we can get Wolf on the field as an extender. So if we need to exceed, or if we want to synchro, or if we can want to use him for link, it's very perfect, so we're going to get to draw a card here. He's going to go ahead and negate her effect. I'm fine with that. Uh, I'm perfectly fine with that. We'll bring out Wolf to the field, as you guys see there. We'll go ahead and use his effect. We'll go ahead and bring him out. We'll go ahead and use his effect to pop the baby in our hand, which is fantastic. We'll pull Pill. Baby's effect will hit. We'll pull Overraptor to the field. Overraptor will get his effect. And as you guys can see, we're just popping off here on the board. We're just spamming like crazy. All right, we're going to go ahead and pop him. We're going to bring back Baby. So there's several things that we can go ahead and do. We'll bring out Raiden, use Raiden's effect to mill 2 cards just to get the extra cards in the graveyard. All right, now we're going to go ahead and go Chaos Ruler. And we're going to go ahead and use his effect to get the 5 cards, guys. So we can go ahead and add 1 to our hand. We'll go ahead and add our Tyranno to our hand for a backup. So we're going to go ahead and do that, guys. So now we're going to go ahead and remove them from play to bring him out. Then we're going to go ahead and use his effect. We'll pop the baby, flip everything face down. We'll bring him out from the deck. He's 3K. And you guys can see quickly how we did that, right? We've got a full field of monster cards, and I still have 5 cards in my hand. And we had so many other moves and different things we could have done with the deck. That's why I love this deck. It's just so insane, the boards that you can extend to um, with the deck. When I very first built the deck, I didn't think it was going to work, but it just worked so well when I built it. Then I just kept working on it more, and it just kept getting better and better um, from the start. I haven't seen anyone do a build like this, which is why I wanted to do the profile here on the channel. I like doing different profiles for you guys, so it's not the same stuff that you're seeing all over. To me, that in my opinion, that's what us guys that for everyone that does the YouTube YouTube videos here, the YouTubers, us that's really the point of us doing these deck profiles for you guys, just to give you a different perspective of the deck and really just how the deck itself works. So at least that's always my thought or mindset when I go through and do these type of videos for you guys, just so you guys can see something, just kind of my idea or my kind of touch. And I try and do something different with the deck. I try and not do like if I've seen a video on it or anything like that. I try and find a different way to use the deck that you haven't been seen or maybe someone hasn't thought of before, just to kind of give you an idea. Maybe you're already using the deck a different way, and maybe like, hey, I like to add that strategy, or hey, that's something that I maybe could look into, maybe build a different version of the deck using a portion of that, things like that. So that's why I'm trying to do things like that here on the channel when I go through and do these deck profile for you guys. So in this one, guys, we're going to be going against Sal Marguerites. This one's a really fun one too. All these that I went through were really, really good duels. Some of them were really kind of close, and some of them we just kind of ran over them. And in each duel, in each match that I played, I think I did like I think it was like 4 or 5 matches back to back, or close to that. Because we got, like I said, we got that same dude twice in a row. uh, so yeah. Um, but yeah, we won every duel. I didn't think of this until after I got done. Every first duel, I won every first duel of every match. In 2 of the matches, I lost the second duel and still come back on the third one though. So out of I think it was like four, like I said, 4 or 5 matches, I won all 4 or 5, whichever it was. Um, I think it may have been it was 4 or 5. I think I may have played an extra one, but it definitely was at least four that I do remember. And we'll go through here. I think there's 4 of these here, guys, that we'll go through that I've got picked out here for us to go through. But let me know what you guys think about the deck. Let me know if you like this perspective. Like I said, I haven't seen anyone do it, so I've had really fun playing with the deck. It's just so fun. I love Light Sworns. I love the Dinos, and the Shadolls are very interesting, and they're just a really good mixture combo of how good they work together. I'm going to be working on getting a Light Sworn. I haven't done a Light Sworn deck profile in a while, and trying to get some more like beginner or return to Yu-Gi-Oh friendly decks, things like that. So if there's anything like that that you guys have in mind, let me know down below in the comments. Like always, I've got a few things in mind myself that I'll go through and do. Let me know if you guys want to see maybe like more of just a pure Dino instead of like something like this kind of mixture that I have here. I thought about doing that as well because I have all of the cards for the dinos. I just didn't have I couldn't find my Shaddoll Fusion. I found them actually today. uh, it was in another one of my deck boxes, so I was wondering what. That's the only reason why I did the test videos, test hands like this instead of the how I normally do them. If I could have found them, I would have done that. And I love being able to do this combo here, guys, because we can toss them from the deck, get rid of the wolf, get rid of that. Bam. Such an easy way to thin the deck. And then now we can just run over the rest of his field. So we're going to go choose no to not do that so we can go through and pop using Lost World, guys. So we can pop the baby like normal. Now we can't special summon, so just make sure you keep that in mind because we've already used. I forgot when I did that too that we'd already used Anaconda's effect, so we couldn't get the extra special summon. But at the end of the day, it's in the graveyard, so at least we can cycle it back with the Overraptor in our hand and things like that if we need to. So it's not it's not the end of the world. So not a bad board. We've still got the token on the field for some defense, and we still got our Tyranno on the field, so we can flip everything face down, which we'll go ahead and do that now. We got Miss, which is a perfect draw. So I had a really good draw on that one. On here, I just checked as I wasn't quite sure what that did, so I just made sure it wasn't nothing where I needed to maybe go ahead and play Miss right then. So he ends up extending a little bit, so I probably should have waited maybe a little bit more, but I didn't want to take the chance because I knew he was going to try and link off and try and go back for. I think he got like Access Co-Talker at one of the duels, or maybe the duel I was thinking about. That's why I was trying to make sure he wouldn't go into like Access Co-Talker or something like that. That's a higher level 4, because I thought that's what he was trying to go for. So I was trying to keep him from extending by going and popping it down early. That was at least my thought when I did it. So he just had enough cards, luckily for him, to go through and still extend, you know, even though we went in and put his one card face down, which is perfectly fine. We've got everything in our hand we need to come back with, and he still ends up going for the Access Co-Talker. Uh, so even after all that, which is perfectly fine, I still play Miss just to make sure. He's going to go ahead and do that. We'll add back our Shaddoll Fusion. That's perfectly fine. And try to get rid of our because we were rid of our Lost World. That's fine too. We really didn't need it anymore at this point. We've already got everything that we need on the board. And with him popping that aside in the Shaddoll Fusion, we've already got everything that we need for pretty much game on our turn. I don't know why he didn't attack the Tyranno. Uh, that obviously was the right play. I don't know why he did that. So, I mean, I guess he was afraid I was going to pay the extra 2,000, but I didn't have the life points to pay. So, and even if you'd attack that, I would have still probably been below it or very close. I'd have had, maybe a few hundred left, even if I decided to pay maybe the 2,000 again to use another Shaddoll fusion or something. But I don't know why I didn't go for that, because with having Tyranno on the board, I can still hit his other two cards, and that's 2K. So if I give him another token, two, that's 3K. So it's like, I don't know. It was, to me, it was too risky for him to do that. You know what I mean? So in this one, we're going to go through. We're going to go ahead and bring good old Chaos Creator back, and that's why I love using this deck, guys. You excavate the 5 cards, you get to add it to your hand. Just went and surrender because you knew it was game. Um, but that's why I love that. I love that card so much because you excavate the top 5 cards. Add a light or dark. So if you pull like our Tyranno, Overraptor, any of the Light Sworns, of course, any of the Shaddolls, we can add them right to our hand. The other ones are going to go to the graveyard. So it's going to allow like our wolves, our other dinos to get our effects, for us to hit a miss in the graveyard to be able to use for effects and things like that. So overall, it's just really insane. But yeah, I speeded this up to 200%, guys, to try and make the video, like I said, much shorter earlier. If you guys have made it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate it. I really do appreciate all your guys' love and support, and you taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I know you guys have a lot of options, especially when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, to go through and watch content on YouTube. So I greatly appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch any of my videos, and the positive comments and the feedback that you guys leave down below in the comment section. I love reading that and responding back to you guys. You guys leave a comment, I always try and respond back to you as soon as I can. Whether it's a question you have or just something a question you ask or just something positive you said. So this one we're going up against Virtual World. I don't know. I was expecting more from with it being Virtual World, guys. He really didn't do. Uh, I don't know. It seemed like he didn't really do too much. Um, in my opinion, maybe I could be wrong. Um, but or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Uh, but I don't know. I just expected, I guess, more with it being Virtual World. It's been a while since I haven't really played for. I think this is actually my first duel against Virtual World, or first match against Virtual World since the changes with VFD being banned. So he didn't really do that much. And as you guys can see, we've got a killer hand. I was just double checking his cards because I couldn't remember what they did. I didn't think they negated anything like that, so that's why I was checking. So we have a killer hand. So we're just going to go ahead and basically run over our opponent at this point in time, guys. We have just such a ridiculous hand. There's nothing really he's going to be able to do. And like I said, I love playing that because now I can toss the wolf, toss that. So now we can bring out wolf and we can draw a card, which is ridiculous. All right, so wolf's going to come out, guys. We drew the Armadon, which is perfect. So we've got everything we want. Now we've added Mist, so we've got all of our main dinos essentially in our hand that we need. So we have like full combos like for days. So we're gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna go ahead and go pill. We'll go ahead and get rid of Armadon. I don't need him, to be honest, so I'm fine with losing the card in my hand, and I would rather keep Miss in the graveyard essentially. Unfortunately for us, he happened to have Ash of all things, which is fine. We're gonna go ahead and try and go through and extend around it, guys. So we're gonna go into Chaos Ruler, go ahead and mill those 5 cards. All right, we got raid, and we get anything else that we need, but that's fine. We can go ahead and remove them. We can remove the 4. We're fine with that. We'll go ahead and remove all 3 of them. We're gonna go ahead and bring out our Overraptor. His effect's gonna activate. Now we'll go ahead and pull our Tyranno to our hand. All right, with us doing that, unfortunately, we didn't have the dinos to extra go into being able to play him, but we've got him in our hand for next turn, so that's perfectly fine. I'm cool with that. And we can still wipe out his board and do some good damage. He has no cards in his hand. We have 3 good monsters on the field. We've got 4 cards in hand. We're pretty much good to go. All right. So he's going to go, guys. I'm trying to think if I think he does end up surrendering when it gets to my turn. I can't remember. So at this point, we've got everything we need. I think if I recall right, I think at this point I had two. I think I had my two dinos in the grave with us hitting over Raptor in the graveyard. So now we can play our Tyranno. He's going to attack our Construct. That's fine. They're both going to go to the graveyard. So that's just going to leave us the Chaos Ruler on the field. And it's like perfect. We drew Solo Recharge, which is perfect to speed up the deck to give us, those extra cards that we need. I'm just going through and read that real quickly and then double checking. So we can go ahead and pull him. A few things. I'll go ahead and pull Miss just to be on the safe side and just go ahead and activate. I didn't really have to. That we could have pulled something else, guys. We could have pulled a baby or something. But I didn't want to chance it with everything with everything go with an easy chance for us to go for essentially OTK. So that's why I made the decision that I did. I accidentally clicked into it. So then we'll go ahead and special summon him out.